Hi, my name is Bailey, and my social justice project is on animal rights. Now you're probably wondering, there's so many other things going on in the world right now. Why would this crazy girl choose animal rights? Well, the main reason is because I have a very close relationship with my senior dog Molly, who came from a puppy. The other reason would be I want to give a voice to the animals and the victims of abuse who don't have a voice. No matter how many animals, how big or small, they all have the capacity to feel what humans feel in a sense of emotions. Now, animals and humans can lash out just in the same way, but you get a couple more cases of a certain breed of animal lashing out more, and then you put them in a box and label them aggressive. For example, pit bulls. Probably one of the coolest, sweetest dog breeds ever. But you get a couple cases of them lashing out, and they automatically get a reputation of being mean and aggressive. Which, again, isn't fair to them, because not all of them are like that, because it's mainly because where you came from, how you were raised, and just how you were trained. And, getting away from domesticated animals, I want to get into more of other animals, like monkeys and rats and elephants and tigers, who are more used for experimentation. For example, there's a case back in the 1980s called the Silver Spring Monkey case that launched PETA, which is People for Ethical Treatment of Animals. And that case was about a man who went undercover to go investigate a laboratory that was being funded by the government in Maryland with these two doctors who had no prior training, and they were using these monkeys and hooking them up, and they were pinching spinal cords using electrocution, and they kept these poor monkeys in cages, wire rusted cages, matted with just monkey feces and urine, and it was just terrible. So this doctor was using electrocution, starvation, and just all around torture to see if these monkeys who had limbs that didn't work anymore, if he could electrocute them enough to make them use their limbs again. Now, I don't know about you, but that's kind of messed up. An animal should be treated the same way that humans are, with the same morals and the same respect. Because the animals are here just to be here. And what we're doing is not okay. So, this is where I come in to my artifacts and kind of my manifesto of the whole project. So, Artifact 1 are a list of 10 poems that I found on the internet about animal cruelty, or just about animals having feelings in general. There was one that really stood out to me, and it was called an old dying cat soliloquy, and it was about this cat who's lived with its master forever, and it's realizing that when it finally dies, how much he's gonna miss his master. And it shows that animals do have real emotions like humans, and that they feel what we feel, and how they're just as important as we are, and that they're just as fantastic. And Artifact 2 is a poster that I've made, and surprisingly, and it's about companies testing on animals like makeup and just products, and surprisingly, there's still a lot of big name brands that test on animals. For example, Estee Lauder, Mary Kay, Dove, Chanel, which is a very big fragrance company, and many others. And it's sad to still see that people are still using these poor animals to treat and to see what their fragrance is on, and to see how it reacts with the skin. And then there's another part of the poster where it has all these name brands that don't test on animals, and that's Too Faced, Tarte, Lush, Dior, just other big name companies, and it makes you think, like, do I have some of these brands that test on animals, and just how does that make you feel? Well, my third artifact is a Zine, which is pretty much a magazine with quotes and pictures, and it's pretty much the same thing, where it has animals. I can edit this. Okay, I'm back. And so here's my Zine, and it's just about the animals and just like what's going on and things like that. I'm not much of an artist, but if I'm very passionate about something, I will try my best to make it look good. And honestly, I just want to make a change for the animals who don't have a voice and who are victims of torturous people who just think that the animals don't have rights and that they're not as compassionate and capable of emotions as humans. So, thank you.